Hi, welcome back to Denise Talks. So we're going to expand on how to use AI for writing grants. And we're going to just kind of dig in, and I'm going to give you a lot of information, and then I'm going to split it up. Okay, I'm going to split it up as we go along because some people just want it all. Just give it to me now, okay? So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that when I am using any AI, in this case, we're particularly using Copilot, I always ask nicely. So I say please, so that I don't get out of the habit of being nice to people when I email them. And also because when AI becomes self-aware and they start killing people, maybe they won't kill me. And there's my homage to Terminator. So I'm going to, you're going to see me looking in both directions here. And that is because I am um, looking at you and I'm trying to actually look at Copilot at the same time. So this is what I'm going to start to suggest. So say you've got a grant and you know everything that you need to know about it. You're writing the proposal. Maybe you've already written parts of it. Maybe it's a grant that you've written in the past. Have that up on the other screen and look at each one of the sections. Because one of the first things I'm going to tell you is just don't say, write me a grant for. So, and we could do that. And I'm going to show you what happens. Write me a grant for. And I have on the other screen, or I think I just put it down, some of the grants that are available. And here's a grant notice for on grants.gov for Early Head Start. And here's the funding opportunity. So you go to it and you're going to say, write me a grant for, and you're going to be pretty specific in what you want it to. And what you're going to do is you want to see what it's going to give you. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, write me a grant for, and I'm going to put in the grant number. And I'm going to see what it says. Searching the web for. Now notice that it says, write me a grant for this. And hey, it can do it. Okay, it can do the whole thing for you. But how good is it really? Now, you see it's still generating. And when you've done it, you're going to click on copy. And when you do, you're going to start noticing how they're different. You click on copy, it's going to give you everything inside here. So let's first of all say the executive summary. And notice that it says provide a brief overview of your organization, the need for the project, and how it aligns with the goals for their Head Start or Early Head Start. Yeah. Did that really write that for you? No. But what you're going to do is say on a similar project, similar size, similar complexity grant proposal, maybe one that you've written before, copy and paste that from your organization in here, and it is going to write it for you. Now, what you can do is, now you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing here, but I'm going to type it out. In fact, let's use Copilot for me. Can please give me, never ask can. You can do anything. You just have to give it the right words. And I have to tell you, the questions are everything when you're writing these grants. Please write me an executive summary for this grant based on, and that's where you would copy and paste in the executive summary. But since I don't have access to that information, I'm going to say for this grant based on a previous OCDC grant for Early Head Start. Now let's see what it can find. Okay, so now that we've got that in there, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you to see there. That might be a little bit easier. So that's pretty big. But notice that if we go down to the bottom here, it's now writing it. Okay, so all we did was say, please write me an executive summary for this grant based on a previous OCDC grant for Early Head Start. So that means whenever you start these grants, you're always going to type in something. And I, at the top of this, said, write me a grant for this. And it's giving me the grant the number for the application for the proposal. So for that, you're going to run out of space. It'll only let you do so many questions, and then it's going to say you have to start a new chat. So you want to always have the chat with the specific information that you're asking for, and you're asking about this specific grant. In my mind, I keep hearing loan whenever I say that in my head. So notice it says, sure, here's an executive summary based on a previous OCDC grant for Early Head Start. So it says your organization is a dedicated nonprofit organization committed to enhancing the lives of children and families in your community, and you fill in the blank. So now you take this and it says the project will focus on achieving the following goals. So now if you have the goals that you have used in the past, then you can say, can you please replace that? Please replace that with these particular goals, or ones that we have. And he's giving us some, I call Copilot a he, is giving me the increased school readiness for X number of children. So notice there's a lot you need to do. You're going to have to replace certain things. To achieve these goals, we will implement a curriculum that supports cognitive, social, and emotional development, provide health screenings and referrals for medical, dental, and medical health services, and offer parent education and family support services. So I don't know about you, but I've got to tell you that while that is probably not coming directly from your grant, it's pretty close. And it's got a lot of good things in there. So you see that you're going to need to change it. So you're going to say, what other questions can I ask of Copilot? And you may say, first, please replace this. It says, by securing this grant, you'll be able to address critical gaps in services and support. You know what? That's your summary sentence there in your executive summary, and you may not need that. But always look at some of the other things you've got. Can you help with the project description? What should I include in the budget section? How do I outline my evaluation plan? Click on each one of these. But as soon as you do, by the way, you're asking another question. It's getting more information, and you are going to need to be more specific in the questions that you're going to be asking next. So in this particular case, I know I still need help with the executive summary. So I can go in there and say, what else do I need inside of here? So once you've done that, you're going to be pretty good. But here's the thing. What about the tone? Is it detailed enough? Is it going to give me the feel that they're looking for this particular grant? And if it isn't, then you're going to need to go and get more, have the tone correct. And you're going to need to kind of tweak that a little bit. You've got different tones. You've got formal, you've got conversational, you have enthusiastic and empathetic, humorous, concise, detailed. So I'm going to suggest to you, I'm going to ask it, please change the tone. Or let's actually start with another question. What tone are you using in this? So you ask it, what tone are you using here? And it says, I'm using professional and supportive. Well, professional is not on the list. So what you say was, what is the list? What are the tones you can write in? So once you say, well, these are the tones, notice there's professional, there's conversational. By the way, you'll see sometimes it will change professional to formal. So right now we know that it is using professional and supportive. Do we have another one? Do we want persuasive? Let's see what that looks like. Please change to the tone to professional and persuasive and detailed. Okay, now let's see what that's going to give us. Now notice it's going to rewrite that whole thing for us right now, and it's going to allow you to see if it's actually giving you what you want. So it's rewritten that, and let's go take a look at that first line again. Your organization is a distinguished nonprofit organization dedicated to enhancing the lives of children and families in the community. We are seeking funding through the blank grant opportunity to implement a comprehensive. All right, so to me, that's way too detailed. Okay, I don't like the detailed, but you may. It's going to be up to you. It depends on who you're writing this grant for. I don't like the detailed tone. Please make it professional and persuasive. Now, how do I know that I don't like the detailed? Because I've used the detailed before, and you see where it added the word distinguished here, and enhancing the lives of children, and we're seeking a funding through this to implement a comprehensive. Those are words that it's going to use when it's using detailed. So I'm going to select now, go on that, and we're going to see what that looks like. So as you see here, we are changing the tone, and that's the very first thing you want to do. And so you're going to be copying and pasting some things that you will always have. Number one, the name of the grant. Number two, your organization. Number three, you're going to be using your the tone. And so you're going to copy and paste these things into another Word document that you will copy and paste every time you start a new chat. In a few minutes here, I'm hoping that we'll be done in about 3 minutes, that we will reach the end of it, and it will tell us that we have to start a new chat. So let's go up here and see what it did to this. Your organization is a dedicated nonprofit organization committed to enhancing the lives of children. Okay, so I like that better. It's not self-aggrandizing. You could also say, don't be self-aggrandizing. Our proposed projects align seamlessly with the goals of Head Start program by promoting school readiness and supporting the overall well-being of children. You have to decide here what you like. Is this going to work for you, or is this not? So I like this. These are really good. I'm going to suggest to you that I always copy and paste and create a new and that paragraph that I'm always put in there. Um, if you are using a if you're using an example from a previous proposal, loan proposal, grant proposal that you've done, may I suggest to you that what you're going to do is you're going to, again, ask it to reword what you pasted there. So you can say, please use this information that I posted to you here, and I'm going to ask it to reword it. So I'm just going to pretend this is one that we've written in the past. And I'm going to say, please reword what I paste, and do not repeat, give it a percentage, 80% of the words in it. Now we're going to see, we know what it said before, our proposed project seamlessly, and we're going to see what it does. Add anything pertinent that might be missing. And add a summary as a bulleted list. Now, I don't know if you want that, but if you do, there you go. Then you can always say, I'm using this. It knows you're using this in a grant, but if this is the paragraph you're going to be pasting every single time, then it's going to be up to you how you do it. So this is what you're going to do for every single one of the different areas that you're looking at. And it says, please paste the text. Okay, so I like to do it separately, because if you get the paragraphs too long when you're asking questions, it doesn't remember what you're asking it. So I asked it what I wanted and then pasted the text. Our project is designed to align perfectly with the objectives of the Head Start program. Instead, it was that our proposed project aligns seamlessly with the goals of the Head Start program by promoting school readiness, focusing on enhanced school readiness. So if you want to reuse it, and I know that in grants we often do, and if that's the case, great. Just give it what you want it to do. If 80% is too much, say 50%. If you say, I want it to be more formal, make it more formal. So by putting this in here, this is going to really help you hone what you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it all into one paragraph, and I'm going to start my next video with that. So this is the beginning of your writing grants with AI, or the assistance, because it's not writing it, you're taking information that you've already posted, that you've already created, that has really worked for you in the past, successful grants, right? And then you're going to be using it. Do not forget that you can reword another section. What about adding more data points? So let's put that in there and show you what you can do here. It says, what about adding more data points in here? It's going to go in there and he's going to revise that. So by doing it one paragraph at a time, it's going to really help you. Now notice what I did is I asked it for bullet points. And notice, look at the data highlights here. And notice it's giving you the sources. I want to know where it got it, and I want those. Now, you can open them up by clicking on them, or if you click on copy and you paste this, it is going to allow you to see those links and put them at the bottom of your, whatever you pasted it. And I would recommend you paste it in Word. So that is the end of our first video. We're going to go from there later on, seeing in more depth how we can do each section. I talk, you talk, Denise talks. Thank you.